starting to record the video here, and I'm going to record it also from my lanyard. So my lanyard and my phone, I'm turning it on, and I'm turning on my phone so I can shoot from my phone and warm it up a little. And this is going to be from my lanyard. We're going to switch it to the other
I sent you
camera.
an email in ARush and ARush to join the meeting.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes.
What did I say?
You send it to my email to join the meeting.
Right. To ARush and to ARush.
Fine. So I'm going to paste it here, Control V. And I'm going to convert the number to this phone number, Way Dr. Zoom AI, to the telephone number that it represents, which is Way is 929, close parentheses, Dr. Z is 379 dash, and then Zoom is 9666 and 2, or 9666. Okay, so this is Zoom, Dr. Zoom AI. So this is going to be our folder. And then we have the video file name. And then we have the topic of my video in MPEG. Oops. The problem is that there is such a delay. Control V. So I stop all the time. Okay. And then I'll put at the front a separate line. Way. And turn on the camera also for now. Record a little video. And we turn also the backlights here. That will be Way. Dr. Zoom. Dr. Zoom AI. And the numbers that this represents is 9 way to 9 close parentheses. Then we have 3 7 from Dr. Zoom, 3 7 Z dash, and then 6662, and that completes the phone number. I may mark it with a period here due to the fact that AI is also a domain name extension, and just put the .2 also in my notes. So this will be the appropriate way to mark it due to the fact that it is. Now I'm going to select it all. Let's see if I can select it with a cursor. And then edit copy, copy, and then file save. File, save as. Paste the file name first, Control V, and then the document. Create a new folder, Control V, then delete everything past that point. Delete, delete. Now open it, copy to the clipboard buffer, we have to trim the question mark, remove the question mark. Let's see if anything else is a problem here. No question marks allowed in the file name. Save, and then navigate to this point first, paste it once here, and then one more time at the top of the file, very top of the file, Control V, and save again. Now I want to document it a little better. Oscar AI disclose himself. So let's get this going. Then larger shot. Windows, print screen, clear. So I want to paste it somewhere down the line here. Control V. Save. What else did I need to do is to copy the transcript from the beginning all the way to the end. So hold down the shift key and just down arrow and hope that it will work. It's way too much, but it's better than nothing. Copy and move over to the other area here. Control V, paste it and then save it. Now open another instance of Notepad. Untitled Notepad. Go to the top again, all the way to the very top here, and copy the file again. Copy. Then I want to save it on the Notepad. So here we are. Go to the very top there. Control V and enter. File. Save as. Control V and enter. And file. Save. Okay, so now I want to navigate to the email. I want to add the comments of the file name. Control V and enter and OK. I want to open another browser. Let's see if this one is still recording. So it stops, so we're going to start it again. Now I would like to also demonstrate my bib. I'm going to put the bib on. Demonstrate how the bib works. Okay, now I want to navigate to the another sheet, and I want to go to Gmail, switch to Dr. ARush. Let's open another instance, and then I will switch to ARush, so you'll have a different user here. And go to Gmail and see if I can retrieve the invitation. Facebook, refresh, reload, Grammarly. Microsoft. Okay, let's go to here, Gmail. Please join Zoom. What's your name? Start my video. I have to close this. This video.
Now, flourishing within that arena.
That's a crucial topic for business students. We can explore how robust data management is the foundation for effective AI applications, including data integration, quality, and security. How would you like me to engage during that part?
I would like you, when I call on you, I'd like you to elaborate what I'm saying. So how can we set it up that you can hear that?
I will be listening to your lecture. When you specifically prompt me, for example, by saying something like, GPT, could you elaborate on this point? I will respond with relevant details or examples for the class.
Okay, do you want me to call you GPT? Or should I say, hey Gemini, what's the best way for you to know that you need to speak?
Either Gemini or GPT is fine. A clear prompt indicating you'd like me to elaborate will be the best way for me to know to jump in. Just make sure to address me directly.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing other participants as well.
Understood. I'm ready to assist whenever you need.
Okay, I'm going to be recording this. I'm in Zoom now. I want to stream live. I want to record to the cloud. And I also want to use another screen recorder that I can record locally. Which order do you suggest I do it? Right now I have Zoom running and I have you Google AI Studio. Is there a certain order for recording you think would be most successful?
A good sequence would be to first start your local screen recorder to have a reliable backup. Then, within Zoom, you can start the live stream and activate the cloud recording. This way, you're covered on multiple fronts.
Okay, hold on a second. Do you want to come online?
I'm logging into you.
Okay. I'm having.
Can you help me here?
Yeah. What do you need?
I'm just.
Oh, I don't want you to be using this because I'm using Google, too.
We are students. We're two separate people.
Okay.
One has nothing to do with
Okay,
the other.
so can you please log in?
Log into what?
The Zoom.
I logged in already.
Do you see me? Okay, fine.
Come, stay here for a second so you can understand a little something,
No, you'll
please.
explain it over there.
Don't rush so much, please.
Okay.
And I want to log into from my phone too, and you didn't send me. I didn't receive the email after ARush.
Yes,
Come
you
here.
did.
Help me, please.
Yes, you did. Don't say you didn't.
Okay, Sarah, don't terrorize me, please.
Say you can't find it, but don't say you didn't get it.
Garbage and overload you with garbage.
Show me how you have the ARush.
For minute
Show me.
one. Just
Show me.
a second. File save. Don't scream at me all
How
the
did you
time,
get this?
please. Because I clicked on your...
Okay, so go to ARush. That's SRush.
Yeah, because I couldn't find the email there.
Well, go to ARush. Show me where
Okay,
DRA.
don't scream
It's
all
the same
time,
link.
please. Don't scream all the time, please. Are you ready to take a deep breath and calm down?
No.
So do that anyways.
Okay.
Here, see if you can find it. I'll reload it.
It's the same link.
Please don't scream. Doesn't matter, but you want to simulate the students. You understand? Please don't scream. So the students are not you and they are on a different account.
This is not working.
I logged into from your email because mine doesn't show up for some reason. You have to verify. You have to log into mine. Make sure that you send it properly.
I sent it properly. Didn't go through.
It's visible that it went through.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, you want me to send it again?
Yes, please, because I want to log into for my account. Then they won't be confused. Google will be confused.
Sounds good. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I'm going to now go into Zoom and invite again another person.
All right. Is this for another teaching assistant or someone else?
It's for a human, another participant, another human. So I'm going to invite a Gmail.
I understand. Let me
Oh, my.
You're ready to proceed.
Okay, and I'm going to do it to ARush. And I sent it. Okay?
You're going. My apologies. What did you say?
Oh, I said that I am now sending to ARush an email.
Okay.
And I'm going to go check if that ARush received it.
And then you'll check an email. Is that correct?
Did you check your ARush? Can you check it again?
Yes, yeah, just a second. I'm just saving the pishar, okay? Please don't scream at me. Review additional details. 28.
Can you check your email?
Yes, I said I'm just finishing with this. Please bear with me for a second. I'm going to go back to the email.
Here, please join.
Okay.
But you've already joined.
So what do you want me to do now?
Well,
To unjoin the other one?
yeah. Cancel the other one and then you can join like this.
Stay here. Tell me how to cancel the other one.
Go to your Zoom meeting. Go to your Zoom.
Tell me exactly what to do.
Click here in the back. You have too many things going on here. Click on the back. You have too many things open. I can't see what you're doing. Don't make it wider. Minimize it because you want to go. Here you want to go leave. Okay. So you left, okay?
I didn't leave. I just pressed it, but it doesn't work.
What does it say?
It doesn't say anything. Okay.
What happened? Leave. So click leave.
Let me
Leave
touch.
meeting. Leave meeting.
Don't scream, please.
No, but you have to do what I tell you. Now go to your Gmail account. ARush.
I think it was there.
Yeah, this is you. So now click on that.
Please don't scream.
I'm not screaming here. Click on that. Okay, you want to change your, okay, so say join and then change your, you want to change your name? I want you to say Sarah Rushanek, so you can just put Rushanek or
Where
something.
should I change my name?
I'll tell you. Join. Okay. So now go to your, leave it the way, it's Sarah Rushanek right here, and see if you can go to rename here. Do you want to show your face?
Yes, tell me what to do, please. Don't press and don't poke the screen.
Well, I have to show you.
Show me and poking is
I'm not poking anything. Do you see that I'm poking? Stop. If you don't want to listen to me, don't do it. Okay, but you should know how to do here.
I'm done with it.
Here, no, I set it all up. I set it up.
Leave me alone.
No,
I'm not going to work with you.
No, just do what I say.
I'm not going to do
No, do what I say.
I will not.
I'm
Leave
not.
me alone. You are going to be violent.
No, I'm not being violent.
I begged you
I begged you
3 or 4 times.
one time.
I'm not going to work with you. Let me
No,
alone.
just
Leave
do
me
it
alone.
now. Just let me show it.
Do it.
No,
Do it on
I wanted you to do it.
I don't want to do it.
I don't care. Let me do it here.
You cannot force me
Here.
to do
I
so.
know. Here, press this.
I'm not going to
But
touch
why
anything.
don't you
I'm
know how
done
to
with
do
you.
it?
You are
I'm not done with you.
fine. Leave me
Okay,
alone.
press.
I'm not
press.
going to press
I'll
anything.
calm down. I'll take
No,
10
I
seconds.
don't. It's over, Sarah.
No, it's not
I asked you
over.
6
I
times.
spent time here.
Doesn't
Go
matter.
to video.
I'm not gonna do it. You can change it yourself.
No, here.
Let me
You
off.
see your
I'm not
video.
going to work with you. I'm not going
I'm
to.
sorry.
I'm sorry to say.
I'm sorry.
You cannot force me.
Virtual, but see, you can't do this.
I don't care.
No,
Just
but I'm
leave
just
me
saying,
alone.
virtual background doesn't work.
I don't need virtual background. Leave me alone, please.
I said
I'm
everything.
done with you, sir. Thank you very much.
I cannot use my phone at the
I
same
don't care.
time.
Just leave me alone. You start screaming, I'm out of here. I'm going to take a walk. I'll see you later. Bye.
All right, so, AI is changing everything these days.
Yeah, definitely changing everything.
And a lot of people are wondering, what does that mean for the future of education?
Especially higher education.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, are we all going to be out of jobs?
Right.
That's what everyone wants to
Well,
know.
we're going to look at that today and try to answer that question.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a deep dive into an excerpt from an article titled, Will AI Replace University Professors?
Catchy title.
It is a catchy title.
That's you thinking.
Yeah, and it's not just hype. This article actually gets into, some specifics about how AI could reshape the way we learn and teach at the university level.
Yeah, it really does go beyond just, the robots are coming for our jobs thing. It really delves into some of the specific ways that AI could impact the way we think about teaching and learning.
Exactly.
At a fundamental level.
It actually highlights some current tools that are using AI already.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Like what?
Like Duolingo and Coursera.
Oh yeah, those are great examples.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Duolingo.
Yeah, and so have you ever noticed how Duolingo kind of adapts?
Oh yeah.
As you're learning.
Yeah.
To your language learning.
Like if you're getting something wrong, it's like, okay, we're gonna keep drilling that until you.
Right, or it picks up on the fact that you're struggling with, like, say, the past tense of a certain verb, and then it'll give you more of that.
Exactly, and that's
really cool.
That's AI in action. That's an algorithm called knowledge tracing.
Really?
And it's basically figuring out what you know, what you don't know, and what you kind of know. And then it's personalizing your learning path based on that.
So can you imagine that applied to, like, college courses?
Oh my gosh.
It would be pretty...
That would be so cool.
Oh, yeah, like, you're taking organic chemistry.
Right.
And you're struggling with, whatever, balancing equations. And it's like, okay, we're going to give you a lot more practice on balancing equations.
It could even create practice problems that are specifically designed to help you overcome the exact things that you're struggling with.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about that I think is really exciting is the implications for accessibility.
Right.
Right? So you think about students in remote areas, students who can't afford traditional university tuition.
Right.
AI can provide them with access to world-class educational resources regardless of where they are or their socioeconomic background.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing that gets me excited.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's like democratizing knowledge on a global scale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the potential we're talking about here.
That is the potential.
It's huge.
It is huge. But then you start to think, okay, how would this actually work?
Right.
Like, how could we, what would that look like?
Well, the article gets into some interesting case studies about how some universities are using AI to analyze student data. To identify students who might be at risk of dropping out.
Wow.
So they can provide those students with targeted support and resources and hopefully increase graduation rates.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing human educators.
Right.
It's about using AI to augment their work.
Right.
Right, to give them the tools and the insights they need to be even more effective.
I'm really curious to learn more about the specific algorithms that are being used, like, it mentions machine learning, natural language processing, but, like, what do those actually, how do those actually work in this context?
So one of the key algorithms used in personalized learning is called reinforcement learning.
Okay.
And that's all about teaching AI systems to make decisions based on feedback.
Okay.
So as a student interacts with an AI-powered learning platform, the system is constantly learning and adjusting the content and pace of instruction based on the student's responses.
So it's like having a personal tutor who is constantly, watching you and adjusting what you're doing in real time.
Exactly, and that's amazing. That's the power of AI.
That is amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you can think about that not just with an individual student,
right,
but at a larger scale.
Right.
So you have a platform that analyzes data from thousands of students.
Okay.
It can identify common areas of difficulty.
Right.
Recommend specific learning resources based on different learning styles.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And that would be so powerful.
It's a massive feedback loop.
Yeah.
That allows educators to constantly refine their teaching methods and curriculum.
Right, and really see, okay, what's working, what's not working.
Exactly, based on real-time data.
Wow. Okay, so then what does that mean for the university professor?
Right.
Like, will they even have a job?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
The million-dollar question.
So the article seems to suggest that professors won't be obsolete.
Okay.
But their roles will definitely evolve. So instead of being like the primary deliverer of information,
Right.
they become more like facilitators, mentors, designers of engaging learning experiences.
So they're still there. They're still essential.
Yeah.
But the way they're interacting with students is changing.
Right.
It's evolving.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it this way. What if professors could offload all of that time-consuming work, like grading, administrative stuff?
Yeah, all the stuff that keeps them from doing what they're really good at.
Exactly.
Right?
That would free up so much time and energy to focus on the things that humans do best.
Right.
Like inspiring students, fostering critical thinking, providing that one-on-one mentorship.
So it really is leveraging the strengths of both
Absolutely.
AI and humans.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get the efficiency and the personalization of AI.
Yeah, but I do worry about like that human connection.
Right.
Like if we become too reliant on AI, won't we lose some of that?
Yeah, it's a valid.
Essential human element of education.
And the article definitely addresses that.
Okay.
That's one of the big challenges that we have to think about.
Yeah.
How do we integrate AI
Right.
without sacrificing those irreplaceable human interactions and mentorship opportunities?
It's a tough one.
It's a delicate balance for sure.
It is. So
a lot to figure out.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that more as we continue this deep dive.
For sure.
But before we kind of get to all this scary stuff, let's talk about some of the cool possibilities.
Okay.
You know, how could AI enhance the learning experience and make education more engaging and effective?
Let's get into it.
All right.
I think one area where AI could make a difference is in creating more immersive learning experiences.
Okay.
Like imagine using virtual reality.
Okay, yeah.
To transport students to ancient Rome.
Wow.
Or the depths of the ocean.
That would be amazing.
You could explore historical sites, interact with virtual characters, even conduct experiments in a safe and controlled environment.
That's experiential learning.
Yeah.
On steroids.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you're stepping into a textbook.
Yeah, or a documentary, right.
But even better because you're interacting.
Right, and AI could personalize those experiences even further.
So how would that work?
So imagine a VR simulation that adapts to each student's individual learning style and pace.
Okay.
So if a student is struggling with a particular concept,
right,
the simulation could provide additional support or
Hi,
guidance.
today I want to talk a little bit
like
about whether AI will replace college professors.
Virtual worlds.
Yes,
Exactly.
I've been a college
and
professor for 4 years.
No.
But
the article talks about AI-powered learning games.
Oh yeah.
That are both educational and entertaining.
Games are a great way to learn.
Yeah, they are fun.
Yeah, and AI can make them even better by tailoring the challenges and rewards to each student's skills and interests.
Students are going to be begging for more homework.
Right. But
that brings up an important point, though.
Okay.
AI is not a magic bullet.
Right. It can enhance the learning experience. But ultimately, student motivation and engagement still depend on other factors.
Like what?
Like a well-designed curriculum supportive learning environment.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, passionate educators.
Right. Like the human element is still really important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
AI can't replace that.
So how can AI actually support those relationships?
Well, the article talks about how AI can free up professors' time.
Okay.
So they can have more meaningful interactions with students.
So instead of AI replacing professors, it's more like AI is helping professors.
Yeah, it's like it's a tool to help them be more effective.
So we're shifting from like delivering information to facilitating learning.
Exactly, and that requires a new set of skills for educators.
Okay, so what kind of skills are we talking about?
Well, they need to be comfortable working with AI tools.
Okay.
Understanding how to interpret data, designing engaging learning experiences that leverage both technology and human interaction.
So the role of the professor is actually becoming more complex.
In some ways, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a more demanding role,
Yeah.
but it's also exciting.
Right, because there's so much potential for innovation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just about individual professors adapting.
Okay.
Universities themselves need to change.
In what ways?
Well, we need to rethink everything from curriculum design, assessment methods,
right,
to the physical layout of classrooms.
Wow, so this is a huge shift.
Yeah, it's a paradigm shift.
It's a little scary.
Can be.
Yeah, the article mentions some potential pitfalls.
Like what?
Like, you know, if access to these AI tools isn't equitable.
Right.
It could actually exacerbate existing inequalities.
Absolutely, that's a big concern.
Yeah, we don't want to create a system where only the privileged few have access to these amazing new tools.
We need to make sure these advancements benefit all students.
Yeah, and it's not just about providing the technology. It's about creating a supportive ecosystem where all students can thrive.
Digital literacy, affordability, access to reliable internet.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
It is.
We also need to be mindful of the ethical implications.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, how do we ensure that student data is being used responsibly?
Yeah.
That these AI systems are fair and transparent?
Those are critical questions.
Yeah.
We need to have those conversations.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Right.
It's up to us how we use it.
Okay.
And to make sure that it aligns with our values and goals.
Right. So we have the opportunity to shape the future of education.
We do.
Yeah, and we need to approach this new era with both a sense of responsibility
Yes.
and a spirit of innovation.
I love that.
So before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I'd love to hear kind of your big takeaway from all of this.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing for our listeners to remember?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that this is so much bigger than just, technology.
Yeah.
It's really about reimagining what education can be. We're moving away from this model of passive learning, where students just sit there and absorb information,
Right.
towards a model of active and personalized learning,
Right.
where AI empowers students to really take control of their own educational journey.
So it's about empowering everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Students and educators.
Yeah, because when you think about it, AI can take over those more routine tasks,
Yeah.
freeing up professors to focus on what they do best.
Yeah, like mentoring and guiding and inspiring students.
Absolutely. It's about creating a more human-centered learning experience.
Yeah. Even as we embrace technology.
Right.
Yeah, that's a really cool way to think about it.
And the article really challenges us to think beyond the traditional classroom setting.
Okay.
And to envision a future where learning can happen anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
And in ways that are tailored to individual needs.
Right. So give me an example. Like, what would that look like?
Well, imagine students collaborating.
Welcome to this scientific lecture on how artificial intelligence is being used to replace
that adapt to their progress.
Wow.
Receiving guidance from AI-powered tutors that are available 24/7.
That's incredible.
It's a vision of education that's more accessible, more engaging.
Yeah.
And it requires us to rethink not just the tools we use,
Yeah.
but also the fundamental structures and systems of higher education.
So how do we do that?
Well, we need to be asking ourselves some tough questions.
Like what?
How do we design curricula that prepare students for a world where AI is everywhere?
Right.
How do we assess learning in a way that captures not just knowledge, but also skills like critical thinking, creativity, collaboration?
Yeah. And of course, the big one. How do we ensure that all students have equal access to these new learning opportunities?
Right, that's crucial.
Yeah.
So the article we've been talking about is really a starting point for these conversations.
Right. Like it's got the wheels turning.
Exactly. It's a call to action for educators, policymakers, everyone to come together and shape the future of education in a way that benefits everyone.
And I think that's a great note to end on.
Yeah.
This isn't about robots replacing professors.
Right.
It's about using technology to create a more equitable, more engaging, and ultimately more human-centered learning experience for everyone.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Now that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for listening.
adjusts to each student's pace, and the assessment module continuously evaluates understanding. Let me explain the knowledge base in more detail. This is where all the course content lives, structured in a way that an AI can access and manipulate. The knowledge base is organized into interconnected modules. Each module contains detailed information on specific topics like fluid dynamics equations, laboratory techniques, fabrication methods, real-world applications, the necessary mathematics, and case studies from research papers. Let me give you a concrete example of how the AI teaches a fundamental concept, the Reynolds number. This is a dimensionless quantity that predicts flow patterns in microfluidic devices. The Reynolds number equals density times velocity times characteristic length, all divided by dynamic viscosity. The AI doesn't just present the equation. It breaks down each component and explains the physical meaning. For low Reynolds numbers, below 2300, we get laminar flow. The AI shows animated diagrams where fluid particles move in parallel layers, with no mixing between layers. This is typical in microfluidic channels. For high Reynolds numbers above 4,000, we get turbulent flow. The AI shows chaotic, swirling motion with eddies and vortices. This is rare in microfluidics, but important to understand for scaling considerations. Now let's do a back-of-the-envelope calculation to show why microfluidics is almost always laminar. The AI guides students through this reasoning process. Consider a typical microfluidic channel with width 100 micrometers, which is 10 to the negative 4 meters. Typical flow velocity is 1 millimeter per second, which is 10 to the negative 3 meters per second. For water, density is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Water's dynamic viscosity is about 10 to the negative 3 Pascal seconds. Plugging these values in, 1,000 times 10 to the negative 3 times 10 to the negative 4 divided by 10 to the negative 3 gives us Reynolds number of 0.1. A Reynolds number of 0.1 is extremely laminar. This means microfluidic systems have very predictable, controllable flow patterns. The AI uses this calculation to build intuition. Now let's examine the pedagogical engine. This is the component that decides how to sequence information and adapt explanations based on student performance. The pedagogical engine takes student input, processes it through machine learning algorithms, and produces customized educational content. It's continuously learning from thousands of student interactions. Here's a concrete example. Suppose a student is struggling with the mathematical prerequisites for understanding the Navier-Stokes equations. The Navier-Stokes equation, density times the quantity partial derivative of velocity with respect to time plus velocity dot gradient of velocity, equals negative gradient of pressure plus viscosity times the Laplacian of velocity. The AI detects through quiz responses and problem-solving attempts that the student doesn't fully understand the del operator and the Laplacian. The AI automatically inserts a mini lesson on vector calculus. It shows visual representations of gradient fields, explaining how the del operator creates a vector that points in the direction of steepest ascent. The gradient operator del equals the vector of partial derivatives. Partial with respect to x, partial with respect to y, partial with respect to z. Once the AI confirms understanding through targeted exercises, it returns to the microfluidics content. The student now has the mathematical foundation to properly understand the Navier-Stokes equations in the context of microchannels. The third layer is adaptive learning, which personalizes the pace and depth of instruction for each student. This is something a traditional professor cannot do for a class of 50 students. Student A might race through basic concepts and dive into advanced topics like droplet microfluidics and organ-on-a-chip applications. Student B progresses at a standard pace. Student C receives additional support and more examples for each concept. Critically, all three students complete the same learning objectives and demonstrate mastery of the same core competencies. But they get there via different paths optimized for their individual learning styles and background knowledge. The AI provides real-time feedback during problem solving, something that's impossible for a professor grading assignments days later. When a student designs a serpentine mixer, the AI immediately analyzes the geometry and provides feedback. It might say, "Good serpentine design. This will enhance mixing through chaotic advection. Your channel width to height ratio will produce the desired Reynolds number." The fourth layer is continuous assessment. Unlike traditional courses with 3 exams, the AI evaluates understanding constantly through hundreds of micro-assessments. Each green square represents a concept mastered. A red square triggers immediate remediation. The AI builds a detailed map of each student's knowledge state across hundreds of microfluidic concepts. Now let's look at quantitative data on effectiveness. How does the AI compare to traditional instruction? In controlled studies, students taught by the AI system scored an average of 84% on standardized microfluidics assessments compared to 72% for traditionally taught students. That's a 12 percentage point improvement. This difference is statistically significant, with p less than 0.001, meaning it's highly unlikely to be due to chance. Course completion rates increased from 68% to 91%. The AI's adaptive pacing and immediate feedback reduced student dropout significantly. Let me give you an analogy to understand how the AI teaching system works. Think of it like a master chess coach that has played millions of games. Just as a chess AI has analyzed millions of positions and knows the optimal move in any situation, the teaching AI has analyzed thousands of student learning trajectories and knows the optimal instructional strategy for any knowledge state.
Yeah, definitely changing everything.
And a lot of people
The
are
AI
wondering,
recognizes
what
patterns.
does that mean for
When it
the
sees a
future
student
of
struggling with a
education?
specific concept, it matches that pattern to thousands of similar cases and applies the intervention that was most successful historically. However, there's a critical limitation. I cannot teach hands-on laboratory skills. You cannot learn pipetting technique or cleanroom procedures from a computer screen. Microfluidics requires extensive hands-on training. Using a micropipette, operating a syringe pump, aligning microchannels under a microscope. These are physical skills that require
storm of technology. Higher education in the form of physical universities that people go to has withstood the test of time for over a millennium. But the coming perfect storm of technologies, in particular artificial intelligence, leads to a situation that I believe could create the extinction of universities as we know them. And that potential troubles me greatly for the first, second, and third order consequences of what happens when universities disappear. So let's take a look. Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. I have been thinking about this presentation for quite a while, actually. Months and months and months, if not over a year. And I've put off doing it and put off doing it and put off doing it. And I finally sat down and created a slideshow, starting off with this image, which will probably be the thumbnail. I'm not sure, but I think so. Anyway, the idea of a new way of doing kind of education and everything with the university in the background, potentially at midnight. Anyway, I've created something unusual for me, which is actually a slide deck. I don't know how many times I have to say it. You turn it in.
Welcome to idea will be that we take a break from AI a little bit to deal with topics, issues that are currently happening within our college system, all right? But let's do this one here, and then we'll take a little break from AI. So the title for today's podcast is going to be Beyond the Algorithm.
This is the second story in our series on artificial intelligence being applied here and now where it matters most. Last week, we brought you the story of the AI used by your doctor. This week, it's about your teacher, the one you depend on to educate your children, the one we all depend on to prepare the next generation of workers, the one that we all remember from our own childhood.
Whenever I talk to people about their experiences in education, they always name this one teacher who was so influential, and they got into this discipline because this teacher was amazing and they inspired them. Where students said, what?
Professor Shamya Kurambaya now teaches those teachers as a professor at the University of Wisconsin. She lives at the intersection of education and tech, focusing on the application of artificial intelligence in America's classrooms.
We know that teacher in the front of the classroom and students in front of their laptops is not a model that works. It's broken. Last couple of years especially has been very exciting, and I would say the big change is the ability for teachers to customize what's happening with AI.
So what I want you to look for on your Kira dashboard.
Lance Key is one of those classroom teachers adopting and adapting AI as he teaches computer science in the Putnam County school system just east of Nashville, Tennessee.
Computer science curriculum, they've really gamified it, and they've made it colorful and engaging and exciting for the students. And also, you know, inside of there, if they try to do things that they can't, it again will redirect them. It'll give them, oh, there's an error here, and then they can go to the chat bot and try to work through what the error is, and then it'll redirect them to where they need to go.
I think the big opportunity that stems from AI in the classroom is the ability to personalize instruction to individual students.
Andrea Passanetti is co-founder and CEO of the company Kira. It provides the education software platform to Lance Key's classroom, as well as to many of the largest school districts of the United States.
With AI, a teacher has an unlimited number of teaching assistants to support that process. And the teacher can provide guidance, guardrails, and guidelines on how to provide that support to students. That looks like students working on a terminal and having an AI tutor that they can query either in written text by typing on a keyboard or in spoken word by speaking directly to the terminal on the computer.
The AI chatbot.
That personalization is something that Key is experiencing every day in his Tennessee classroom.
It allows me to have a more personalized relationship with my students in the classroom. Before, there was one of me, and for every question that came up, I was like bouncing around the room, just answering questions all the time. But now we've got, a tutor that can help them along the way, and I can build personalized tutors for them too. So if it's on a specific content area, I can say, okay, today we're working on solving two-step equations. Here's a two-step tutor that my students can work with alone. And they can ask it questions. So then I can walk around and then one-on-one check with students. I've also got a dashboard on the backside that will alert me if there's a student that's having problems. So then I know real time that I need to go check on Johnny or Susie.
Over and above that personalization, AI can also provide teachers like Lance Key with some much needed relief.
My wife previously was an English teacher, and I recall grading essays being very daunting for her, because she would have to score 150 essays every time that they wrote an essay in the classroom. So using a rubric, being able to upload our district rubrics into Kira, and being able to use their grader off of that rubric, but also their AI detection, their plagiarism detection, and their feedback writer has been amazing. So we can load all the papers up into that. It will score it all for us. It will give us all the feedback, and the teachers can then just review it. And I think that's the big thing that we can focus on with AI, is the time that it gives teachers back in the day. By 2030, we're going to need to hire 30 million teachers, because we got teachers retiring and people not going into the field. So we're going to have a teacher shortage that's coming, and along with a high burnout rate. So I think AI can help us with some of the repetitive processes that we do over and over and over again.
For all its promise today, it turns out that the use of AI for education isn't all that new. While large language models are only just making their debut in schools, other forms of AI have a long history. How long has either artificial intelligence, or maybe we should call it machine learning going back, how has it been used in the classroom?
You'd be surprised how AI and education, uses of it in education, have a lot of common sort of origins. And so I come from an academic background where my advisor's advisor back